All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here. 2013 CSI US Open One Pocket winners bracket action. Corey Deuel taking on Justin Hall, and I'm joined in the booth by the legend, Mr. Billy Incardona. How you doing, Billy?
I'm doing pretty good, Justin. How you doing?
Good. You were with us for about an hour. The last one. I think this one will be a little, maybe.
Well, you know, I think this match will run a little bit quicker than the last one. Justin Hall is really an aggressive player, and Corey Deuel is ultra creative.
Yeah, great word.
So therefore, we're going to see some pretty good pool being played here. I suspect that. Corey actually is a much better one-pocket player than a lot of people really think he is.
Yeah, he's always been one of my favorite guys to watch play one pocket. Goes all the way back to when he was breaking them like 8-ball against Shannon Dalton.
Well, he's such a gifted player. I don't know about that. The soft break in one pocket, too. He was the innovator of the soft break in 9-ball. Now he's brought it to the one pocket arena. Anyways, I didn't particularly care for the way he broke the balls there, but, you know, we'll find out what happens here. Meantime, Justin Hall, the winner of the Tunica event the year before last, plays extremely well, both one pocket and bank pool.
1-0 Justin there.
Now he's got a shot here. He could bank the 1 into the balls and send the cue ball into the 9. That's a pretty aggressive shot. He'll open up balls on his side, but no, he's going to play a little passively here, going behind the 3. And well, he tried to go behind the 3 and 11. He wasn't able to get there.
Can Corey? Corey hitting us up for water. We even got cold water. That's how we roll up here, Billy.
Yes, we do. And you got me a bottle of that cold water, too, and I appreciate it. After you gave me some of that beef jerky that was really good. What was the name of it?
Alien Jerky.
Alien Jerky. I never had that before, and it's pretty good stuff. Yeah, he's got 2 shots here. He can kick softly into the 3, or else he can bank the 9 straight back to his left. Either shot will suffice here. If he kicks so well, Justin, I wouldn't be surprised to see him kick into the 3 softly and put that 11 in front of the pocket. Or is it the 13 or the 11 in the ball beside the 3?
13 ball, I believe.
Okay, he could kick softly into the 3 and then move the 13 in front of the pocket because he kicks so well and he's got such a beautiful stroke. Nice soft finesse stroke. I think he'll shoot that shot pretty well if he hits it, if he opts to shoot that. Or he can bank the 9. He's going to take a look at both balls here and see which one he likes best. He's walking over to this side of the table to take a look at if he banks the 9 where he wants the cue ball to go. I don't know. The 3-13 doesn't appear like it's lined up to where he can make the 13.
Pretty sure that's a 5 ball.
Oh, it's the 5?
Yeah, the 3's up there by the spot. But we know what you're talking about. These balls are a little funky colored from what we're normally used to.
Okay, he's got a soft kick into the 5. Position the 13 in front of the pocket. He would like to freeze the cue ball on the 5. So I suspect he's going to hit this softly. Now he's going to the 9. Okay, I knew he had one of these 2 on his mind. He may go back to the kick again. Nope. Nice soft draw stroke here.
Try to keep the stack between the pocket and where the 9's coming.
Right. Nicely positioned cue ball, as well as the 9 in front of the pocket. Yeah. Now Justin steps at the table. No shot. He can't hit the 9. And it looks like the 9 ball finally ended up in front of the pocket, but awkwardly in front of the pocket where he can't really kick it in. See, Justin can probably kick it in maybe one cushion, but the 9 doesn't sit well enough for that shot. So therefore, he's really got to get creative here. He's got to do something special. He's looking at the bank in the 1 possibly. I don't like that shot. He's looking at the kick into the 9. I don't like that shot because of how awkwardly the 9 lays in front of the pocket. You know, but he does have to do something here, doesn't he? Yeah,
Can he push off of that? I guess that's a 7, the light blue ball. Stick him on the back of that green stripe, which is going to be the 13 now. What color is that?
Oh, he's going to draw the cue ball here. He's going to try to free the pocket up and draw the cue ball back. No, he went forward with it.
Look at this. How'd that work, Billy?
No, that was textbook. How did that work?
Damn.
That's an easy question to answer.
Worked well.
It certainly did. And he played the cue ball perfectly. Look how nicely the cue ball ended up on that side rail there. Played the cue ball perfectly. Now Corey's looking at that combination, 5-13. He's on the right side of the 5 ball to cut it into the 13. And you know, he likes this shot. Let's take a look where the cue ball may go here. Cue ball may go into the stripe to the right of the 5. That would be the 11 ball. Or maybe he has to cut the 5 a little more thinly, maybe go into the 14.
Yeah.
Let's see. He might go into the 11 here. Watch, the cue ball is going to be flying here.
What a good shot, huh? That 11 comes out far enough to where you can see it.
And it did. And I do believe he has a shot on the 11.
He's looking at it.
He's looking at the combination here because it looks like it's pretty straight, the combination. Cue ball's positioned closely to the, I believe that's the 14 ball or the 10.
Yeah, that's the 7 and the 14 right there in line. Corey's a great player when it comes to these shots. And I put the jinx right on him.
Narrowly missed it. But you're right, because he hits the cue ball so well. We mentioned this before, Shane Van Bowen also hits the cue ball well. And that's what you got to do when you shoot those combinations that are close. You got to make sure you don't get put any English on the cue ball to throw that combination off. He wasn't able to make the combination, but he plays those type of shots really well. Now here's a shot that Justin likes. He likes the bank. And this will open up the door for him in game number 1. If he puts this down, he's got a shot to get some balls here. But he's got to play a good cue ball. Now the top stripe ball may be his next ball if he puts the bank down. Watch the cue ball.
Right.
Watch the cue ball. He was guilty of not playing a good cue ball in the side pocket. Deuel steps to the table with a shot. That was really surprising, Justin, that he scratched on that shot because, you know, he's obviously an upper echelon player. To see an upper echelon player scratch directly into a pocket, you don't see that often.
Yeah, it looks like the cue ball just, you know, he drew it just enough to draw it right into that line. And Corey got to shoot that 12, right?
Well, he's looking at the 12 to find out. He's going to try to figure out whether or not he's got enough of a pocket to shoot the 12. He looks like he only has less than a half a pocket. He would like to shoot that 12 because the 12 ball actually puts him on the right side of the stack where he wants to be for position for his next ball. Now, he doesn't want to miss this and undercut it. So therefore, if this ball was missed, he's going to miss it to overcut it because the undercutting it opens up the balls for Justin. He's going to lag this or roll it down. Hit the center of the pocket. He actually had more of a pocket than I thought. Getting on the next ball may be a problem. He may be better off playing for the bank here. He's trying to figure that out now. The 2 doesn't go. The 3 does go, but he's got to get pretty exact for position on the 3.
And if he gets funny on it, I mean, even with the 3, he's going to push balls probably towards the other Justin's hole, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's certainly not what you want to do. I kind of think he's probably better off playing position for a bank.
He could almost stop that ball and play the bank.
No, you don't want to do that.
You want to come out a little bit?
Yeah, you want to see.
So you can follow forward.
Right, so you can play shape to get some balls. If you don't want to play position for the bank and then go into the stack, because then you're knocking balls on your opponent's side. He's going to play position for the combination, it looks like. Well, whatever he tried to do, obviously he didn't.
Right. Corey's got 2-0. First game, race to 4. This winter side action. Where's Justin Hall from?
He's from Florida. I believe it's from around the Miami area. I'm not positive, but I know he's from Florida.
Okay.
This figures to be a pretty sharply contested match. I think both of these players are pretty much on an even keen here. They're pretty even players. I look for this to go hill this match.
Corey's kind of smiling because he knows he's put himself in a spot here.
Yeah, he really can't even play a good safety here unless he comes off of the. He's going to take it intentional. Looks like. No, he's not. He's not taking it intentional. He's going to put him back where the cue ball is. Oh, he's going to go down below the 14. Okay. From our vantage point, or the angle that we have, sometimes it's very difficult to see the angle that the players have on the table.
Came out of that pretty good.
Yeah.
What have you been up to, Billy?
Oh, well, Justin, I just work hard every day, and I just can't. Well, what are you laughing for? You asked me a question.
I believe it.
I'm answering you, and you're laughing.
I believe it.
Just because I look like I
You
don't
know,
work,
nose to
that
the
doesn't mean that
grindstone.
you're
I know
right.
how it is. You know.
No, I do. I work hard every day. Not not physical labor.
Sure.
You know, I think my way through this. You know, I live in Dallas, Texas, as you know, and I keep myself busy. I've been playing a little bit of pool, not much. My game's dropped quite a bit. I would have liked to have played in this event, but I just didn't feel like embarrassing myself.
Oh, come on now.
No, seriously.
We were talking earlier. We got some great players in this field. There's a couple. Would have been nice to get Efren in. I think he's tied up with something in Asia. We knew he couldn't be here earlier this year.
Well, what a great shot that was.
Flipped the script on him there.
Yeah, I mean, he made a really a nice shot there. Got a couple balls in this side of the table. Now Justin's preoccupied and trying to defend against those balls. That's a nice shot. Nice cue ball. Really hasn't left him anything.
What's your take on this new room?
Oh yeah, this is actually the first time you guys had an opportunity to play in this room. We're at the Rio now in the convention center, whereas years past we played at the Riviera. I like this room a lot better than I like the room at the Riviera. It's a very wide open room, and we have both the amateurs on
one end.
Well, it's not on the one end. They probably occupy about 75% of the room, when the pro players have the other 25%. But everything's all together, and it looks like it's laid out really quite well. I like the room.
I was curious because in the past at the Riv, the pro event was closed off in its own separate room, and I was kind of curious how it would go with being open to the amateur events. And I'm pleasantly surprised. It's a nice vibe. I was kind of worried there might be too much noise from the other. There's 100 bar tables in there. But so far, it's been really nice.
Being open as it is, you would think that you would get more amateur players coming down this way just for curiosity. Say, hey, there's the pros down there, and they can actually see them playing, as opposed to before at the Riviera there was a blockade or a wall there where it precluded anyone from watching the pros play from the amateur side.
Mm-hmm.
But not true here, and I kind of like that. I think that.
And that was the idea behind it. That was what Mark wanted. He wanted to bring the amateurs and the pros closer together and get the amateurs,
a little more
remove a barrier and let them, get in and see these guys.
Great. I don't know how well that's working, but it certainly was a good thought.
Yeah.
Meantime, Corey's come up with a couple pretty good shots here.
Well, the layout definitely favors him at this minute. Ball's on his side. Pretty much all but 2 balls are on his side of the table at the moment.
He's looking like he wants to shoot something here. He may be banking something here.
Now 4 ball's a big ball. Is he getting it out of there?
Does he want to bank this? I don't think he wants to bank it, does he?
He certainly does.
Yes, he does. Well, it's gonna work out okay for him. I mean, I'm kind of
he gave up
not
the ball,
really, but a lot better than I suspected.
If he's not frozen, I think he's got a bank on the 8, right?
It looks like he may have a bank on the 8, but the angle that he's left with on the 8 seems a little awkward. It looks like it may be laying a little bit on a kiss angle. I don't know if he can hold it, or I don't know what he can do with the cue ball. It doesn't appear that he can bank it and stop for position, but I could be wrong because he doesn't seem that worried about it. It looks like he can.
Protected the 8.
But that wasn't his intention.
Yeah.
His intention was to pocket the 8 and get some balls. But he did snooker him from the 8. He's going to have to kick it in here. And this is going to be difficult because of how the late 8 lays in the pocket. Now he's going to
draw into it?
Okay, that's better, but he could scratch her if he's not careful. Or he could miss the 8. Played a little carelessly there. He's not supposed to miss the 8. But he did. Deuel steps to the table. 4-0 in balls. This is game number 1. If he can come up with a shot after the 8, he figures to run out. He needs 4 balls. He may be better off banking a 15 into the 8 here. He's taking a look at that. That'll just about assure him another shot after pocketing the 8 on the bank if he's able to do that. Now he's going to look for the bridge. This is a tough shot even with the bridge, because notice how far he's going to have to reach even with the bridge to shoot this shot. He may even need an extension to shoot this shot.
He's a hell of a player with the bridge, though. I've seen that racket before.
Tough shot.
A long way down, though.
He's going to bank the 11 at the day. He says, I don't like that particular shot because I have to stretch too far. And when you stretch with the bridge, you lose a little feel of the cue ball. A little too much this time for him. He's looking to bank the 11. Now he's looking to go behind his back. He's going to stretch there. What a dilemma this is, huh? I don't know, but he's got an 8-ball right hanging in the pocket. Can't be too much of a dilemma.
He's going behind the back. Get down for the 2, maybe?
That's what it looks like he's doing. It looks like the ball in the foot spot. I think that's the 3 ball in it.
5 ball, I believe.
5 ball?
Yeah. And it looks like it goes. And they'll put him on the right side of the balls.
Well, he needs 3 balls, and then once again he's stretching. I do believe the 14 goes, the ball under the 3, or the 7, if that's the ball that it is.
Yeah, the 14 is the green ball with this green stripe.
And I believe he has it out of a pocket. If the 14 does go, he would like to play position for that ball, then stop for game ball, which would be the 11. But first, he's got to put down the 5. He's going for the blue too. And notice how nicely he hit that shot in terms of, well, he's fallen a little short. I thought he was going to end up with a nice angle to drop for the 15 or the 11. That is the 11, but he didn't. He can stop and cut the 11, but I don't think he's going to do that. If he's straight in, he may even go down and bank the 11. He's looking to see if he stops, he can cut the 11. I don't think he likes that. He can go down and bank the 11. That's another option. Or maybe he can go around the 11 or even one cushion cross, because he can cheat the pocket a little bit here. He's close enough to the 2 ball to do that, which he's done nicely. He wants a little brush, which he got. Looks like this is a game ball. This is game number 1. Deuel needs 1 ball here to capture the first game.
That's it. 1-0, Corey Deuel, race to 4.
Yeah, Justin played a couple of suspect shots there. Banking that 4 ball the last time he was at the table was a pretty curious shot. I mean, it was a difficult shot. He was almost assured of selling out if he didn't put it down.
It seemed to me on 2 key balls there, the one where he tried to draw into the 8 ball and the one where he scratched in the side, that the cue ball drew a little more than it looked like he wanted to, which, you know, it's a measle ball. He should be well used to it. Maybe it's just the table conditions. Took a little more than what he thought it would.
Well, you know, the cloth is fairly new. Sometimes when you're playing on a fresh cloth, you're going to get more draw, more than you anticipate. And it's going to take a couple days for the players to get used to that, you know, because especially coming from Florida where it's humid down there, they're not going to get the draw on those tables in Florida as they are here for sure, because of the humidity factor.
A little better break here from Justin than we saw Corey's. He didn't go the soft break route.
No. And an excellent break, because I believe it is that the 10 ball or the 14 ball there in front of the cue ball. That blocks off a lot of options. See, and he's going to almost have to kick 3 cushions here and try to drop. I don't know. He's in a lot of trouble here. He may have to just stick in the stack here and just buy a little time. Come off the 6, hit the 6 into the 9, and put the 9 on his side, and just stop and leave him in the stack, because next time he comes back to the table, he figures to have a better chance of doing something the next time he comes back.
Anything's better than where he's at now?
Yeah, this is horrible where he is now. I try to buy some time here. I'd shoot the 6 ball and stick him in the stack. And I don't see anything that's available here. He's going to have to stick him in the stack here. It's not really a shot you want to shoot, but what the heck? What else do you have?
Right.
He's looking to kick safe, and he's got no alley to kick. The 14 in front of the cue ball, the ball that's in between the 6 and the cue ball.
That's the 14.
Yeah, and that's a very problematic ball, stopping a lot of things that Corey could do if it wasn't there. He's going to shoot the shot. He's going to stick him in the stack. That's the only shot he has.
Shoot the 9 over on the rail.
Yeah, just stick him in the stack. Hopefully, you know, the next time you come back to the table, you'll have a better chance to do something to get out of the trap. Justin broke the balls really well. You picked up on that right after he broke them. He broke the balls really well. Justin should go into the rail, then back toward the stack, and put him in the stack here, like he's done. I don't know, he's a little bit lower than he wanted. Well, Corey's got, he's going to use the bridge and try to stick him right where he is now off that 10 ball. That's one of the options that he has. But he's going to have to reach with the bridge to do that. Then he's going to lose a little field of cue ball. And it's a very tricky shot to begin with. I don't know if he's even looking at that shot. Maybe he's looking to kick. He's in a lot of trouble here. A lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. He's got to give up some sort of a shot here. Maybe take a scratch. Maybe take an intentional scratch here. That wouldn't be a bad shot. Take an intentional, see what his opponent does. Sometimes when you take an intentional, your opponent doesn't know what to do. Don't want to take an intentional. May try to reach for something and do something.
Make a mistake.
Make a mistake, right. So Corey really doesn't have anything here. I look for him to take a scratch. I would take a scratch here.
Where would you push to?
I would just touch the cue ball where it is now. Just touch it. And that's what he's done. Okay, now, Justin steps to the table. Now, he may do something foolishly here because he may not want to take that scratch, sacrifice that ball, but that's what I would do if I were he. I would do the same thing Corey just did because he doesn't want to shoot from this position, Corey that is. Justin should understand that. Well, Corey doesn't want to shoot. He took a scratch. I'm going to take a scratch, put him right back. And see, now he's going to do something aggressive here. He may give Corey enough room to get out of this break if he does something foolish.
Corey, I think he might have talked Justin out of doing something crazy there. Well, we need a ref.
Yeah, if I were Corey, exactly, Justin. If I were Corey, I would want Justin to shoot that shot. I wouldn't call the referee over, just like you said. Why give him time to think about it? See, now he's going to try it again. He's going up in here. I don't know. If he pulls it off, great. Was he saving the ball?
Yeah.
I think he's better off taking the scratch because he's going to end up. It's inevitable. He will end up with a shot after Corey leaves the table if he takes a scratch. With this, he thinks saving his ball is worth it. I don't think so. I don't agree.
Well, I'll tell you what, looks like he's convinced to shoot this shot.
Yeah, he's going to shoot it. We're waiting for the tournament director to come over to take a look at this shot.
Here comes Bill Stock.
All righty, and in just a moment, we'll be able to watch.
I'm curious what end result is he looking for here, tacking up? What's he trying to do?
Well, I really can't see. If the 14 is aiming toward the 10, he's figuring that the 14 will brush the 10, pops it, go into the 3, and maybe in toward the corner pocket, and he's going to draw the cue ball back.
The other angle.
Okay. Well, he made it.
Right in there.
Okay, he made it.
Sorry about that.
Okay. We'll say that ball wouldn't have gone. Then Corey would have had a much better opportunity now at the table than he would had he taken the scratch. But hey, listen, he played a great shot. He pocketed the ball. He's going to win this game because of that shot. So it's very difficult to critique or criticize what he did.
Yeah, for sure. And he saw it as soon as he walked to the table. He knew what he wanted to do.
Well, if it was laying well enough for him to decide, well, I like this shot, I got a chance to win this game, by all means go for it. But if it wasn't, you people out there, if it's not laying well, take the scratch because it's inevitable that you're going to end up with a good shot the next time you come to the table.
Justin's got 3. Got some opportunities out here. Looks like he's going to go up and play for this. I'm thinking that's the 11 ball.
Yeah, that's the 11 ball. That's what he's going to be playing shape for. Because if he gets the right angle off the 11, he can go into the 8 and then have the 1. And once he does that, then the balls are opened, and he might force it into the 8. Now he can stop for the 1 here. It looks like he needs 1 ball here. No, Corey is minus 1 ball, so it looks like he needs 1 ball, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, that was Ken Schumann giving us the next round matches. So we're going to have.
How many balls I got? I got 5.
I don't know how that. Ask Ken. Okay. I don't know how that works. I don't want to get into the game of telling players how many balls they got.
Well, on the screen it says he has 5 balls, but I don't understand that because did he owe a ball or something? 4. There's 8 on the table. That means there's 7 balls missing, and Corey owes a ball. So that he must have made a ball in another pocket.
I need 1.
He's saying he needs 1 ball. If he made a ball in another pocket, that can't be right. That can't be right. He needs more than 1 ball if he made a ball in another pocket.
I don't think he did. Andy said, somebody.
Well, here we go. He says he's out. I don't know. I don't know if he's out or not.
I'll ask Tim.
Corey doesn't think he's out.
Tim, was he out? Tim says he's out.
One thing for sure, the game's over.
Yeah, Tim said he was out. And
because if he wasn't out, he moved all the balls, the game's going to be over there too. So evidently he was out. So the score now is 1 game apiece. Race to 4. And like I said earlier, before the match began, this match is going to go at a quicker pace than the preceding match with Billy Stroud
Oh yeah, for sure. Chris.
and Chris Bartram. That was like a 3.5-hour match.
Yeah. Well,
Which,
in their defense, they did have about 15 minutes of downtime. We had half of our lights go out, and they had to bring a scissor lift out here and then they got the scissor lift all the way out, and the lights magically came back on.
well, there you go. So instead of 3.5 hours, it's 3 hours and 15 minutes. That's good.
And Corey hit a little better break here. But Justin can play this. Well, then you don't want to leave the 3 ball.
Well, he really didn't break him that well. Compared to, certainly compared to Justin's break. Justin laid down a beautiful break, you know, and then from the break, Corey really never had a chance.
Right.
As you can see, he took the scratch, and
that was over from there, pretty much.
You know. He would like to freeze the cue ball in the stack, if he can do that. Maybe shoot the 8 up the other corner, go one cushion with the cue ball, and softly go into the stack here. Let's see what he does.
You called it.
Okay, when you do that, you really limit your opponent on what he can do. Now he's going to kick cross table, which is excellent choice here. Now, once he kicks cross table, you know, I'm gambling here. I'm going to kick into the stack with a little bit of speed and open the balls up here. Nicely executed kick, almost. Okay, now he has options here, because if he would have been successful with the kick, he would have most likely snookered him underneath the 4. He didn't do that. He's given him a little air. He can kick into the stack once again, softly, or he can kick with a little bit of speed, or he can do something else. He can possibly come off the 4 and go up table. Maybe behind the 7 ball up there, repositioning the 4.
Put the 4, try to get it
a little lower. You know, I don't like that shot that much, but it's still an option. I don't know how viable an option it is, but it is an option. He could kick into the stack again. I'm sure he's thinking about that.
I just fire that 10 ball straight back, right into the 6. Maybe get lucky and make the 4. Cue ball over on the other rail. You can buy my 1 pocket tape, How to Sell Out 110 different ways.
And for you people
out there, lobby.
For you people out there, that's excellent advice. Okay, he's taking a look at something here, which I don't know. What he's looking at now, he's saying, let me see if I can bank this 14 if I go into the balls. Okay, if I bank the 14 and go into the 11, will I open up balls on his side where he'll have a shot? If I feel that if I won't open up a ball on his side to give him a shot, I'm going to bank this 14, because this is the way he's thinking from what I saw him do at the table, lining up that particular shot.
Seems to be okay. He's going shooting the 8.
Yeah, he's going to softly roll off the 8 and use the 7 as a blocker to cover up the 4.
Put him right on it.
And that's an excellent shot if he covered the 4. But Justin Hall has a shot on the 3. He's going to shoot this 3 here. He's going to shoot the 3 with a lot of inside English, and he's going to go down table off this shot. Very difficult shot, but a shot that he can come up with. I mean, he can make this shot. He can make this shot. Inside English, or maybe is he drawing it?
That's interesting.
Well, he played a good shot. He had a chance to make that off the stack and control the cue ball behind the 6, precluding Corey from shooting the 4. So therefore, he made a pretty good shot, but he really didn't get good result with the shot. He's left Corey a bank on the 9 here. pretty difficult bank because controlling the 9 and the cue ball may be a problem here, may be a possible kiss here. Watch the cue ball up the other end too. If he misses the kiss, he could scratch at the other end. He would like to go behind the 8 and block the 4. I don't know if he's done that. It doesn't look like he has. You know, a bad shot, a shot right here of pocketing the 4 wouldn't be a bad shot. You know, he might have to just give him the 4, even though it lays another 2 inches from the pocket. I think he's probably better off trying to pocket the 4 as opposed to getting it out of there. By trying to move the 4 out of there, he has a problem with not only the 4, but also controlling the cue ball.
Yeah, because there's a lot of balls down there close to his pocket if he lets it leak back down table.
Yeah, he's going to have to do an excellent job to control both the cue ball and the 4 ball. So he might be better off just giving him the 4 here. So if he tries to move the 4 away and control the cue ball, look at the distance between the cue ball and the 4 ball. And look at also the distance between the cue ball and the bottom cushion, making the controlling the cue ball play a much more difficult. Now he's trying to move the 4 and control the cue. I don't like this shot at all.
Watch out for the bank.
Don't like that shot at all. He got pretty lucky to clear a couple of balls away from his side, but he still has left him a shot here. I don't know if he can play shape off this shot, but he's left him a nice shot, a nice bank on the 7 ball, with possibly the ability to play shape. He's going to have to play a draw shot here. A little risky. I don't know if he's going to do that. Maybe he's better off just banking this and then banking the 14 next. But as you could see, when he shot that shot, it could have been a lot worse for him than it turned out.
He called it. He's going to bank.
Yeah. Now he's got to go all out for this bank. I like going around the 10 ball, the ball up table with the cue ball. I like going all out for this bank because this is an easy bank for him. I think he may be about a 2.5 to 1 favorite to pocket this bank. Go for the win here. Don't try to baby it, and don't try to play half safe, half bank.
Right.
You got to go for the win here. You know, when you're talking about upper echelon players, Corey Deuel, Justin Hall, Scott Frost, these guys like that, you got to go for the win here. Now, when you're talking about players like me, you just roll it up there.
Flag it by the hole.
Roll it up there.
Wait for the next mistake.
Yeah, I kind of like his chances of putting this down. He may not be a 2.5 to 1 favorite, but I guarantee you he's every bit at 8 to 5, 8 to 5, 2 to 1 favorite to put this bank down. That's the shot. Just go for the win here. Go for the win.
You got it.
Go for the win. Now you get paid.
Yeah. 8 ball helped him.
Now you get paid. But you know,
Corey's got 2.
The thing is you stroke it in as opposed to rolling it in. Stroke it in, you know, and get that action that you anticipate. Get that accuracy there.
Puts him at 3 balls total. Come back out for this.
Well, the 12 goes too, you know.
Right. Okay.
Okay. The 12 goes too. He can come out and play the 12 and draw it, open up the balls, go into the 2. He hit this a little harder than he wanted to. Now he's going to end up straight on the 12 here. He didn't really want to end up straight on the 12. He wanted to end up with an angle to go into the 2. The 2 would have moved a couple of balls, and he could have drew it back for the 13, or even possibly came back for a shot on the 9.
Right.
But he ended up straight. It's going to really limit him on what he can do now. He's going to be a while here. He's going to take a look at it. He's not really ideal here. Yeah, he's in a pretty tough spot here.
He needs 4. They're out there if he can manufacture it.
He's going to play position for the 13. He's going to draw back and then go cross table for the 7, or he's going to play position for the 6 next. He can go one real cross table, or he can go up table and maybe 2 cushions, and then cross table again for the 6. So he can go cross table for the 7 if he has the angle to do that. If he likes that angle, that's the 5. He can go cross table for the 5 here, or he can go up table and play shape for the 6. Looks like he's going to go one real cross table for the 5. Well, you don't like it. Yes, he does. Something about this shot he's not comfortable
Yeah,
with.
look at him. He's kind of jittery.
He's back down on that again. Once again, there we go. One rail cross table, or is it 2 rails cross table? One rail cross table. Nicely executed shot. I like the speed of the shot. Now he has an option here. Do you go 1 rail toward the 6, or do you dig down a little bit and then go 2 rails? And if you go 2 rails, you're going to come close to that scratch here. Draw 2 cushions out. 1, 2 out. Nicely executed. I do believe he needs one ball.
Yep. 6 balls at.
This is rack number 3. The match is tied up, 1 game apiece. And Deuel wins game number 3 and takes a 2-1 lead in a race to 4. Yeah, that bank. You see, first I didn't like the shot Justin shot. I would have given him the 4. I would have given him the 4. You know, he threw caution to win there. He said, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that 4 and hope that I can control that cue ball. A lot of bad things could have happened to him shooting that shot in the fashion that he did. And he ended up losing the game with the shot.
Right.
Now, when Deuel goes to the table, he shoots the bank on the 6, whatever ball that was. He played position for the bank on the 14. That's where he won the game.
Yeah.
Where he made up his mind, I'm banking the 14 to win.
Yep.
And that's how what happened.
Committed to it. And
exactly.
reap the rewards.
That's right. A faint heart never won a fair lady, and he showed it right there when he banked that 14.
That's some high-class stuff for a pool stream, Billy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome, man.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
Stick that one away and use it.
Yeah. Okay, now he didn't break the balls as well as he did the last time he broke them. So now Deuel has obviously some options here. He's taking a look at the 6 ball. He's taking a look. What he's looking at here, he's looking at hitting the 9. The cue ball goes into the 11, into the green ball.
Yeah.
Now the green ball, it appears like it does have a chance to go into his pocket. Now he's going to take another look at it now. He's taking another look at it. Now he's a very creative player, and balls out of the stack he plays as well as anyone, because he practices shots like this all the time. He sets up kiss shots. He sets up combination kisses. He sets up billiard kisses. He sets these type of shots up all the time. Let's see if it pays off for him. All of this practice. 6 ball. On into the 9, into the 11.
Called it.
There
Jim.
he goes. There he goes.
I don't know if he got rewarded or not.
Oh, he's got a shot. He's got a combination 4-1.
Yeah, if the 10's not in the way, for sure. Wow, that's fun to watch when he does that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and look how nicely the ball's opened up. I know there are a lot of balls on Justin's side of the table, but the problem is Justin's not shooting. Corey is.
That's your problem right there.
Yeah. And this match has the pace that we enjoy.
Yeah, he's counting the balls, trying to see. He needs 7. He's out there doing duck, duck, goose here.
And I see 6. You know,
Yep.
6. But actually, I see more than 6, because we're talking about players that can get all the loose balls.
It's 2.
Okay, now this shot coming up right now is a real big shot. He should take his time and make sure he makes the right decision here, because this shot here is the biggest shot for him in this game. Because if he's able to get on the next ball, he figures to get at least 7. I like the way he's played it. He got that bump there. Now, if he can cut that 7 in and avoid contacting that stripe ball, he'll go around the stripe and either play position for that ball, which he will. If he can cut the stripe in without running into the 11, then he'll get some balls here. And I believe he can do that. Nice soft stroke here, just roll it in. Okay, and he's got himself a nice angle. It looks like he can either draw back for the 14 or even possibly even drop over there for the
10.
The 10 or even the other green ball way over on the other side. Let's see if he does that. If he has the angle to do that, he may do that because then he'll be in back of those balls with the ability to run out.
He has 4. He needs 4.
See if he can drop on that, whatever it is, that 12 ball it is. The 2 green balls laying next to one another. If he can get over there, that's where he wants to go. If he can get over there. But look at the angle that he has. Not much of an angle. He's going to have to really do some work to get over there. Look, he's trying to get over. He's trying to get over.
Bumped it.
Oh,
And I think he snooked himself on the 10.
Yeah, he had a lot more work than he thought to get over there for those 2 balls. He tried to do it, and he found himself in back of that ball. That could cost him this game.
Well, now he's got 5 balls, but the bad news is all the rest of the balls on the table are in front of Justin's pocket.
Yeah, that shot could cost him the game. He gambled there. He didn't expect to end up like he did. But you know what? There was a possibility he could have, and he did. Now he's got to get that ball behind that the ball.
Behind the 8, the 12.
Can he spin this in? He's looking to see if he can
Sure
twirl it.
looks like that angle shows it looks like he's got more room there, and I think he can make this ball.
Well, if he can make this ball, he's fortunate. He's looking up here. Okay, he's looking for a referee here. I don't know if he can make this ball.
See there? I know that doesn't help the people at home. Yeah, Justin's looking at it.
No, this is a type of a shot that sometimes, you know, when you have a real good stroke, in which he's got a real good stroke, he's going to apply a lot of outside English on this shot. He's going to massate a little bit because of his ability to gauge the speed of the shot. He'll hit it with the speed that'll get that massate that he needs quickly enough to throw it in and get the massate to hit it where he needs to hit it. That was my phone.
What was it you said earlier, Billy? Just don't answer it. Go ahead and let it ring.
That was. All right, let's get back to this shot.
Yeah, let's talk about the shot.
And that, by the way, that was my friend Jack Cooney. And you asked me to hang up on him. He's a legend. I can't. Why I listen to you?
Blame it on me, man. Everybody else does anyway. I'm used to it.
Okay, this is the situation here. He cannot make the 10 ball by just shooting straight at it. He's going to have to do something with the cue ball. He's going to have to do 2 things with the cue ball here. He's going to have to hit it with maximum spin, and he's going to have to rely on massaying it around with maximum spin. And to do that, he has to hit it with a certain speed. This is a very difficult shot to shoot. He's asking for, no, you cannot clean the cue ball or reposition the cue ball. You can't do that in this shot. You can't do that. It's an unfair request. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm curious to
In
see
other
what
words,
Ken does.
this is the situation. Corey is asking to have the cue ball cleaned. Well, I believe this. In a situation where the cue ball is positioned this closely to a shot, whether you can make it or can't make it, you can't ask for the cue ball to be cleaned. You can't do that. That's an unfair request. I don't know what the rule is, but that's my rule.
I think
if I'm gambling, you can't do that with me.
I think Ken is explaining to Justin that he probably he can do that.
Because here's the situation. If Corey believes that he can't make it, right? If he believes that he can't make it, but he can make it if it's just one hundredth of an inch the other way, take a free shot at it. That's exactly right. You got it. You got it.
And if it goes the other way, you still can't make it.
Yeah, if it goes the other way, then go with the other option. It's not a good one, but it's a heck of a. But if Ken Schumann cleans this cue ball and happens to put it back where Corey can make the 10, bingo, it worked. Okay. And for you people out there, just give me a little something next time it comes up. I don't think this is right. I don't think he should be allowed to do this.
Well,
and he's going to do it.
Justin's trying to tell Ken where to put the ball.
He's going to do it. This is not right, but he's going to do it.
Justin's trying to tell him you got to put it right here so we know where it goes.
See, in my opinion, this rule
Look at
should be,
Corey's face.
in my opinion. Look at Justin. His volcanic ash is coming out of his nose right now. he's saying, oh, wow. That's good. Okay. In other words, what's going to happen here?
Oh, man.
That's a good look. He's already steaming. It's trailing 2-1.
Right.
You know, with Corey at the table running out, and finally Corey blunders.
Look at Corey. Corey's smiling.
No wonder Smitty wanted to knock him out. Corey's the Prince of Pool, good guy.
Corey says, I want him to clean it again.
How's it look?
I want him to
No, he
clean it again.
didn't. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Now he's going to shoot her and run out. I can't believe this one.
Can you clean it again, Ken?
You missed the spot. Oh, boy. Nothing beats a failure but a try.
Here we go.
Look, he's going to have to massay it.
Yep.
He did it. And look,
Yep,
he
and
won
got
the game.
perfect.
He's going to win the game. Look at Justin over there.
That's 6. He
Look
needs
at-
2.
He's talking to himself. I bet I know what he said.
I bet you're
Or
real
something
close.
real close, right?
Something real close.
That's right.
Did he get there?
No, he didn't get there. Yeah, clean it against Scott Frost. Maybe he'll get on a clean job. He got cleaned all right.
I'll tell you what, man. The first day of this tournament, we've had some ball cleaning issues.
It looks like Corey needs one ball here.
He does. He's on 7.
And now he's gonna shoot the 15 and put him behind the 8, knock a couple balls up table, and Justin's gonna come to the table.
Shoot straight up in the air.
Oh boy, that's a classic
you
there.
can see Justin. He's just sick. He called it.
Yeah, that's a classic there. We gotta save this one. And this one here, a precedent will be set for the new rule right here.
Yeah.
Okay, you can't have that happen.
Yeah.
You just can't have that happen.
No, that situation right there is definitely almost a textbook of. But how do you judge that
It has to be put upon the discretion of the referee.
Yeah, okay.
And if the referee looks at the shot and says, you know what, if I move this just a little bit out of line or where it's not supposed to be, then I'm giving him an opportunity that wasn't earned.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm sorry. We have to play the inning out to clean the next inning.
I like the idea of discretion.
Yeah, you have to be. That's a discretion call.
Yeah, how would you like to have that situation in a Hill game of a final or something like that? Rest on something like that.
He can make this bank actually. No, he went right down below. Okay, nice slot. He didn't want to open up to 14 and 10 there, or 12, whatever it was.
We'll see if Justin can stick around here long enough to let the steam dissipate. Doesn't mean the ball's still, as they lay, they're
laying good.
Yeah.
But Justin's going to shoot at something. Even
Shoot
though
at
the
this
balls
spot.
are laying great and he got time to be a little more selective, I thought that, that's okay. That's okay.
It's good. 5 lined up on the.
I mean, he's going to shoot to the 8, that's for sure. But, he showed a little patience there. I didn't think he had it at this point.
Right, yeah.
I wouldn't have had it. I sure wouldn't have had it. Patience. Playoffs.
Talk about practice. No time for that.
Corey saying, I want to get me some balls up table. Okay, Justin's going to bank the 11 here. I mean, he's got to go for this. He's trailing 7-0. He does have a shot on the bank here. He's not even looking at it. Is that on tilt or what? Here's a guy that always looks for the shot. Oh, this is, you know, I mean, what are you going to do? You need all the balls. You got to bank the 11 here. Why did he draw the ball?
Works.
Well,
Now,
anyway,
can he get behind these and do something here?
yeah, he can draw it again. I think he can. I'm not sure if he has if he can force it up, you know, and get that 8 out of there next, then he can go cross table possibly. I don't know. You know, if he can bank this and maybe go up table about another 1.5 feet or so and play the 8 next, like that. That's close. Let's get a ball, clean this ball. I think he has a shot on the 8 here. Oh, look at here. Look at here.
That's pretty high speed.
Corey might bank this 12 right now. He said, enough of this. So I'm going to put this in a hole. I'm going to put this in my pocket here.
Can't let this kid hang around.
Right, I need one ball. You know, if the 2 and 14 aren't lined up for the combination, I think banking the 12 ball is not a bad shot right now.
That Corey, does he owe one? These guys aren't even trying to keep score.
Yeah, I think Corey should bank the 12 here and go ahead and bank it with the speed, not to leave a return bank on the 12 after he pockets the 9. In other words, put that 12 on that bottom rail or in the pocket, because the 2 and the 14 are not lined up well. So therefore, that's gonna. Well, he made it. He made
That's
it.
it.
Okay, that's the number 3 games on Corey's side. He leads in the match after game 4, 3 games to 1. I don't know about that game. A little suspect. We'll put an asterisk. We'll put an asterisk against on that win there. Okay.
Corey got a new trick. There you go. I guess from now on, you know, call that pulling a Corey. Clean that ball.
In the meantime, I kind of liked what Justin did after that. You know, made a couple of real nice shots, and he made a nice double bank on that 9 and put Corey in trouble. But Corey obviously banked that 12 for the win, but he didn't have to lay like it did.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I kind of like what Justin did. He gathered himself, you know, quickly enough and well enough to give himself a chance to win.
Right.
Which is
he was definitely a threat.
Impressive. That's impressive for a guy that like shoots at a white flag or whatever.
Yeah, let's see what Corey's work comes with this break.
He's changing sides of the table. He broke him for the other side, for the other pocket twice, but he opted to go for the other pocket this time. Now you have to win 3 games in a row, but you have to win the first game first. Can't get really impatient, you know, and try to do things overly aggressive when you need 3 consecutive wins, because playing one pocket, play one game at a time.
Do you always break to the same pocket, though?
If I'm breaking good. Yeah.
Swish.
Yeah, he's like, you know,
Look at this. He
he's
doesn't get
such
stuck.
Such a timid player.
Guy would only go for something every now and then, you know?
Yeah.
How old is Justin?
Justin, he looks
20s?
he looks like about 25 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, just by his appearance, you know. I'd say if I was at a carnival guessing ages, but I get a 2-year grace.
2-year window.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Okay, I'd put him at 24. I mean, I get 23, 24, 25, and 26, and 22 for wins. What a racket that is. Nicely executed. Nice cue ball. Nice cue ball. Nice. Can't get any better than that, huh?
Stuck him right on the rail.
Corey's looking for a triple kiss shot here. He's really the master at picking out them shots.
There's got to be something in there, right?
Yeah.
Look at all those balls. One of them's got to go somewhere. 2 or 3 of them are even pointed towards his pocket. Could go wrong. Corey forgot to mark his game.
I'm sure Justin will remind him. Maybe not. What's the score of that Tom Worth Bernie match? It's kind of curious.
1-0 Bernie, I believe. No, scratch that.
No, scratch it.
Well, see what happened.
Nice try.
Well, now I'll tell you the story here. On these lights, they told the hotel that you know these lights get the score beads. Well, if you look around at this, they put score beads on every single light instead of just one set. So every table has 2 sets of score beads.
Oh, you're right.
And
Must be for straight pull.
And when they put up these 14 lights here, they put a score bead on every one of those too, because they didn't know what score beads were for. So I had to tell them, like, oh, boys.
So it's either 1-0 or no score.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I'll find out. Hey, Tim, ask JP what the score is of that match on table 10.
Well, the last 2 shots Justin shot, the bank and one around the table. No, that was the last 3 shots because he had to play it safe after that other one. And that shot there, wow. He wants to leave, I think. And I think he's going to get his request. A little soft, a little soft. Well, this is a very difficult shot to shoot here. He's
working
looking
on getting a score for you for your one pocket guy.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you. He looked like he wanted to cut that 12 ball in at first, and I guess he decided against it. He started to think.
That's always a bad sign.
Yeah.
They said it's 1-0 Bernie over.
Okay, you were right. Again.
Well, I had a 50-50 chance.
Actually, you had more than a 50-50 chance because there's only 2 possibilities, and one of them you would have been right for sure.
Well, it's either 1-0 or 2-1, but it could go either way.
Look at this shot. Okay.
Oh,
yeah, I like the way he hit that ball. He drew it off that side cushion and struck the ball solidly and stuck that cue ball. That's a pretty good shot there to have the confidence to do that.
So 1-1.
I think this shot is good for Justin. It'll give him a chance to regroup because he's going to try to pocket the ball. He can't play a flyer here, so he's going to slow himself down with this shot.
Well, he looks like he wants to do something, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, he wants to eat something real bad. Do something, right? I don't know. He went to.
Do you find that's a problem some players have, that they feel like they have to do something on every shot?
Well, he once again he did something bad there. Okay, he left him a free bank on the 4. Yeah, that's real bad. If you feel you have to do something every shot, because you know why? Because you probably will
do something bad.
Have to do something every shot you get.
Right, I see. Okay.
I mean, then you always be trailing like I gotta do something now. Like, yeah, it's real bad. You ever hear that saying? Patience is a virtue.
True. Yes.
You feel like you don't have to do something every time with that. Nicely struck there.
Control the cue ball.
That's center pocket there. That's a nice ball.
Yep. 2 for Corey.
He's got a couple combinations here. He's got the 5-6
5-6.
or 8-1. I don't know if he's got that. He's got the 5-6. I don't know if any of those combinations are advisable, but they're there. I don't see how well he. Oh, he has no. He may be straight in here.
3 balls for Corey.
He's got the 14-2, or maybe he's even got the he's got the 14-2 there. That combination is a little bit safer than the other ones. But who cares about playing safe?
Coming up at 7, we'll have Darren Appleton taking on. I'll have to find the gentleman's name. Ken showed me in the dark. It's a loser side match. Justin Hall beat Darren to get to this showdown with Corey. Time to clean the ball, Billy.
Yes, it is. Well, you know, they've been playing a full game with that one not clean, so.
You know, it's about time.
Yeah.
He needs 4.
Oh, he can make this. Yeah, he can make it.
So, okay, 5.
He might even have to go up for the 11 here. I think that might be that's a pretty good shot going up for the 11 maybe, unless you draw and hit that 3, or that 5 I mean. But I kind of like going up for the 11, or that's the 13. Excuse me, because you can get on the right on the 13, and then you'll have options after that. I like
He's
going
looking
for
at
that.
that 8-1 next. I mean, sometime, whatever.
I don't know. Let's see what he does here.
Hey,
Okay, well that's
this.
good. That's good. That's a player there.
Playing for 2.
That's a player there. He's going to win this game and the match. He needs 2. I thought this match was going to be a lot closer than this. If they were playing with dirty balls, it probably would have. A little too hard. A little too hard.
Can he bank the 6?
He sure can. He could bank the 6, and he can stop the cue ball right there, too. And if he happens to not make it and put it close to the pocket or in the pocket, Justin's not going to be able to hit it. Corey's having a lot of fun out there. He's smiling at everybody.
Smiling,
yeah,
around.
right, yeah. He's having a lot of fun. Look at Justin in the chair. Let's get a shot at him one time.
Yeah, there he is back
Oh,
there.
my, yeah, he's not having much fun.
Just another one of those commitment shots, or are you?
No, he's going to stop the ball here. Hit it with good speed. He shoots shots like this really well. Nicely struck, nice speed.
Took care of the
nice
cue ball.
speed, yeah, right. He controlled the cue ball with the speed that he hit it with. It's not easy to do that.
No, he left Justin a shot here. He can play the 11.
Oh, yeah, it's a
Right?
it's a great shot there.
No, but I mean, it's.
Yeah, well, what's he going to do with it? He's got to get the bridge, stretch.
Oh, well, look at that. Justin's like, I'm stuck with this
Oh, yeah.
now.
No.
The guy makes a mistake, and I got to.
How about an extension? He's having an extension. This is a shot for an extension, I believe. Right?
Do you carry an extension?
Yeah, I carry it. Well, in my bag.
Nice answer.
Okay. Now, he don't have an extension because I believe this is a type of a shot that would really be, you know, beneficial if you had an extension. And I'm sure. Oh,
Let's get over for the 8.
Yeah, he got the 8 or the 4. That's the 4. He may bank the 6.
Yeah.
Bank the 6, because he banked the ball in a couple games ago. The 4, similar to this.
He's not looking at that.
But he
bank.
didn't make it.
He's looking at this 8. He's going.
Even if he makes this, what's going to happen? It's going to go into the 6 here, or what's going to happen there? Anything's liable to happen with this shot. Anything.
Ooh. Where's the 8? Yeah. Corey's got a shot at his hole for the win. Kind of free too, right?
He needs one ball, right?
Yeah, this is the
Okay.
8. What the hell is he looking down there for?
Well, he's looking to see where he can go with the cue ball, not to give him a shot on that 13, I think, because that's the only thing he possibly could be thinking. Or the 11 if he happens to miss the 8. Because he knows he's going to shoot Justin, that is, anything.
Yeah.
But he's not
There
going
it
to
is.
shoot from there.
Corey Deuel wins 4-1.
And he was able to shake Corey's hand. That's good. That's
Yeah.
sportsmanship right there, okay? But he'll be shaking a clean hand.
It's over. That's it. It's 4.
But,
See, Corey slept his. He was going to keep
well,
playing.
that's it.
He's having so much fun. He wants to stay out there and play some more, Billy.
Yeah, well, that's it, Justin. What do you think?
I think we learned something.
Yeah.
You know.
You learn to have a little more patience,
Yes.
number one. Number two, you learned.
Don't be afraid to clean the balls when you have to. You can't be afraid, you know. That is, I tell you what, though, that is a great point of discussion. And, you know, I think it's something, yeah, Justin just shaking his head. What are you going to do? You know, the guy played good.
Yeah, he did play well. He did play well, you know. He played really well.